Welcome to the Iron Empire, guys. I'm Mark Arnold, and in this episode we rediscover my 1970 VG Valiant hardtop. So I'm standing in the courtyard of a home that Andrea and I are renovating. You can see this on our other channel, More Than a House, in some upcoming episodes soon. I thought I would show you where the VG has been hiding and basically reintroduce you guys to this car. It's one of my favorites, so let's take a look through this tiny little door. All right, so we're standing in the garage or shed area of this old early 1900s homestead. This thing is so cool. It literally looks like this car has been here for years, but I planted it here a little over 12 months ago because it was a nice, clean, dry spot to keep this thing since I've damaged it. So we'll have a bit of a look around this thing. For those of you who haven't seen it on the channel before, we're going to drag this out into the light and get it ready for the upcoming car show we have this weekend. And yeah, put it on display so everyone can take a look. She doesn't drive, so I'm pushing. All right, so this thing is always a little bit hard to move because it is, I don't know, hasn't been driven in a while. The gravel kind of goes a little bit uphill. It's got a locker in it, doesn't help. Let's see if we can move it. What's that noise? That's weird. It's like it was nearly in gear, but it wasn't quite. All right, we got some help coming. How you going? Yeah. Thought I'd blow the cobwebs off of it. Can I get you to give me just a bit of a push? All right. How far do you want to go? Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yep. She's taken off. Just pull the handbrake. All right, guys. So here we are. This is my 1970 VG Valiant hardtop Regal. For those in America, this is basically a 67 to a 69 Dodge Dart. In Australia, they were marketed as a Valiant, and it has basically everything Dodge in the rear end with a Aussie Valiant front that you guys never got. This thing come factory fitted with a 245 6-cylinder Hemi. Although not a true Hemi, they were an absolute legend of a motor here in Australia, and that's what this thing had. I bought this thing from a fellow over in WA, Bruce Muller, RIP Bruce. I picked this thing up for like $3,000, got it put on a truck, and it was delivered to my door for like $4K all in. So this is in a time just before COVID, before everything went apeshit, but they were already on the climb. Things were starting to make everything, especially two-door, Aussie two-doors, were already skyrocketing. So I wanted to get in the market with anything two-door that I could, and this thing popped up and I snapped it up. Okay, so since I bought the car, I drove it around as a 245 for a little while. The first thing I done, of course, was slam it. I done a set of wheels. We got the 14-inch Kraigers, which I got given to me, a set of red walls, and I think I drove it around like that for a little while, just went and done a few car shows, and then I got the bug to do something a little bit cooler. I ended up picking up a 318 with a 4-speed Borg Warner off of Gumtree back in the day for like 1,500 bucks, and I didn't do a thing apart from paint it and drop it in. I was very tight for money, so I made my own engine mounts, converted this thing from a 6-cylinder to a V8, which usually you'd need to change a K-frame or at least get conversion engine mounts. I didn't have the money for that, so I done it all myself at home on the ground, including modifying the shifter position so it sat a little bit better for the bench seat, where I eventually put buckets in it anyway. I made my own offset booster bracket. I done a hell of a lot of work to make this thing work, and I cruised around for another season or so, a few more car shows with the 4-speed 318 in it, and it was a lot of fun. But ultimately, I killed it. Now remember guys, we have the Iron Empire online store right here. I'm going to put it on the screen. If you guys want to support the channel, pick up some merch. We have a heap of stuff. We still have hats. We have beanies coming into the warmer weather. We have some long sleeve stuff, short sleeve stuff. We have some stickers packs now. There's a heap of ways you can jump on and support the channel if you want. But no pressure, of course. Just sit back, enjoy the show. All I ask is maybe just like the video, leave us a comment if you feel like it, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get back into it. Okay, so as I said, I never opened up this motor. I basically painted it and put it in the car. I did notice though that there was a few little go fast bits on this thing that told a bit of a story from maybe a few years back. So this thing had a twin point Mallory distributor on it. It has the aftermarket intake manifold. It has the wing rocker covers on it. It has maybe a solid camshaft. I actually can't remember. Maybe it's a conversion people done from the 273s onto the 318s, an old school go fast trick. Don't quote me on any of that stuff because I can't actually remember. But basically, this was actually a healthy little motor. But like I said, it never really reached potential because I kind of killed it. I took this thing down to a mate's workshop, and when I left, I gave it a absolute hiding, leaving the driveway. I revved the thing to the moon, and I think that I may have spun like a cam bearing or something like that, because it drove okay on the way home, but as I got close to home, it started getting a bit noisy and it started squealing as I pulled in the driveway and I hit that key, and I've never turned it on since. But regardless, it's going to be a motor out, a tear down number to find out what the hell happened and where to go from here. But that's enough for now. Let's give this thing a clean, get it ready for Sunday, and then we'll maybe work out what to do with it next. Is anyone else getting Jessica Simpson and the Dukes of Hazzard vibes? Nah, me neither. All right, so that's pretty much gonna wrap up a clean on this thing. Obviously, I will just wipe the windows down, and that's pretty much all I can do for a patina car. But I do love this thing when it is wet. It just brings out all the colors in the paint and the patina, and man, it's so good. I mean, either you're a patina guy or not, but I love it. All right, I'm cooking up a little bit here, guys. I'm gonna keep it quick. So basically, some other mods I've done to the car. Obviously, I threw the Super B or 6-pack, or I can't remember what bonnet scoop on this thing. A Dodge Dart bonnet scoop, which is more period correct, I guess, is a little bit, I don't know, they're a little bit aggressive. I preferred the look of this, although it's not really correct. Who cares about correctness in a car like this? I threw bucket seats in it. Did have a bench seat, but with the shifter in the middle, it never really works with a bench seat. So I found some seats that I wanted to flip forward. So I got these from U-Pull-It. They're like I think they're like a Mitsubishi Galant or something, and I was going to have them retrimmed to look sort of factory period. I chose these seats because they're quite square, so once you trim it to look old school, they could almost pass, and they flip forward. They were out of a coupe, so you could get into the back seat. The back seat, the base was actually not too bad. The door cards weren't too bad. I remember cleaning them all up and trying to save them. I could, obviously retrim the tops here. The top of the back seat's pretty shagged. Look, I can see daylight through there, so that's not ideal. Look, there's obviously a lot to do in this thing. I've also got a Pacer dash for it, which is like a tacho cluster. I don't know, I just wanted to make this thing look kind of old school muscle, 4-speed. Don't know, but now it's at a point where it's broken. So how much do I continue this path that I'm going down to get a car that's honestly never going to be fast, not with this combo in it, and the 4-speed Borgwarner was never going to handle what I was going to throw it anyway. I mean, admittedly, it's still going. I did explode the diff already, I'm pretty sure, and I done a locker on that. That might have been on an old episode, actually. I sort of made my own locker. Can't remember how I did that, but anyway, or maybe I put a spool in it. I don't remember anyway. But basically, it'll need a rear end as well, so I'll probably end up with doing something like a true track in the back of this thing with some billet axles. That's going to need that regardless of what sort of combo I throw at it, but I really don't know what way to go with this because, I've got to be realistic. I've also got, between Andrew and I, we have the Plymouth Duster, which is another A-body Mopar, and we have the 72 Dodge Dart, which is exactly what this is based on. That's also a patina car. The Duster hopefully won't be a patina car, but we kind of don't need 3 of the same car. They'll all be V8. They're all coupes. Don't know, but I love it too much to get rid of it. I don't know where to go with it. I'm not sure if I just rebuild the 318 and keep it sort of old school and sort of is what it is, or if I go another path. I'm in the back of my mind, I've been thinking about Gen 3 Hemi, whether that goes in this or the Duster, or and then the gearbox won't be used anyway, so I really haven't got my use out of all the work I've done to this thing. But hey, sometimes that's hot rodding and it's all part of the fun. But the long-term plan for this car was always, and probably still will be, getting the interior, I won't say mint, I'd like to embrace the patina of it, but I'd like it really, really clean. Like, I'd like it really nice. The engine bay, I'd like it really nice, and like the underside of the car, like flawless. But I'd like to retain the patina. I'm going to repair any of the rust that is in the car. The floors in this thing are unbelievable. Like, they're so clean. There is a bit of rust in weird spots, which I will repair. And yeah, maybe I'll just give it a clear coat and run with it. Like I said, you're either a patina guy or not, and I'm not here to sway you either way. It's what I like, and that's what this is going to be. So there you have it, guys. This is rediscovering my VG Valiant Hardtop. And what do you think I should do with this car? Let me know in the comments below what you would do with this car and what you think that realistically I should probably do with this car. As long as it's not sell it to you, because I'm probably not going to sell it. Maybe. Oh, how much would I get for it?